Hey guys, sorry I'm just a little bit late. I just got a delivery, so I thought I should get that before starting because my dog was barking again. So anyway, welcome to this week's Riverdale live chat. If you're in the room, let me know by saying hello. I hope you got a chance to watch my video that I uploaded last night with my thoughts about this episode. And I thought that this episode was a little bit better than the last two. But I still didn't think it was wonderful, but I thought it was okay. And hi, Lindy. Thank you for being here. Hi, anything and everything. But I definitely thought that it was kind of more intriguing. I kind of like where we're going with Archie, like going to take on the hooded man himself. And I still am not really sure who this person is. Hi, Deja. Hi, Emilio. Hi, Thomas. Hi, Winter Sponge. Thank you guys for being here. Hi, Connie. But what did you guys think about the episode? I was definitely glad that they did not actually have Kevin being stabbed, because for a little bit I was like, oh my god, like every week something insane happens, but that was just like in his imagination, so that didn't really happen. So that was good. But we finally got the confirmation that this person is like a morality killer. They are killing people or trying to kill people based on what they think they've done wrong with their lives, like Fred having an affair and Grundy having sex with teenagers, and I guess Moose and Midge like doing drugs. Hi, William. Hi, Jerome. Hi, M. Costa. Hi, Callie, Ralph, Sherry. Thank you guys so much for being here. Molly says you almost thought Kevin actually got stabbed and you were freaked out. I definitely did. Like when I was watching it, I like gasped because I was like, oh my god, really? That is insane. And so thankfully that actually didn't happen. But I think it's very difficult, as I've talked about before, to figure out like who is this hooded man, if they were kind of playing with us. Like when we watch the show, for those of you who watch like Pretty Little Liars, the person who is always A was like never the real person that they didn't even know who it was, but it was never that person. It was just like random people with the like crew or whatever. So I know that we are definitely seeing like this guy's eyes, which I don't know if that's real or context or what, but a lot of people have been sending me a photo of this guy who's in the Serpents, who I don't really know much about, but saying that he looks just like the hooded guy. So I don't know. I feel like that's probably too easy, even though I don't think this show was like super complex. But Emilio wishes that Kevin got stabbed. Really? Why? Hi, Ingrid. Hi, Henry. But anyway, that's the only thing that's like making me wonder about the rest of the season, because I don't know how much of a mystery that's going to be. And like I said, maybe last week, I mean, if it would be the sheriff, that would be cool. That was my guess for last season. But then there's some things about that don't make sense. Like in the promo for next week, Betty got a letter and the person's like trying to help her basically. And I just don't understand what the sheriff would be. What would he want to be like helping her for? I don't know. Deja says the one thing that threw you off for some reason were the fences in the cafeteria. Yeah, that was weird. Jerome says the Hiram scene in the end is cryptic and creepy at the same time, especially when he turns his back. You don't know if he's aware of who the killer is. That was definitely very creepy, and I think basically he was, he's kind of happy that Archie is trying to start, you know, fighting this guy with all these people, and like the whole town is scared. And I think Ralph made a comment on my video today, like basically Hiram wants the town like in chaos so he can benefit from it. Molly asks, do I think the Black Hood was hired by someone or doing this on his own? Well, I mean, knowing that he's kind of doing things for people who he thinks are doing wrong things or sinning, I feel like he wasn't hired, and I think he's doing stuff on his own now. And Thomas says he's kind of sad because you've given Riverdale a big chance, but you don't really like it anymore. I felt like yesterday's episode was a little bit better than the previous two, but I guess I will wait and see what happens this season, like who they reveal as this hooded guy, and if it makes any sense and if it's good, before I say if I enjoy the show anymore. William is asking about Tony. So we had a new character introduced this week, and her name is Tony Topaz, and I was kind of getting the vibes that she has a crush on Jughead, but someone commented on my video that she's bisexual, I guess in the comics, and they thought she might have had a crush on Betty. But I don't know. Either way, that could definitely cause some issues possibly for that relationship. Connie says you were thinking they might go down a similar route to PLL where they do what they did with Cece and have the masked man being related to Betty. So some people have asked me if I thought that Betty's older brother, who is going to be in this season, could be this masked man. And I would say just based on what we're seeing with his eyes and everything, I don't think her brother would be old enough. But again, it could be, which is dumb, and I don't want them to do that, but it could be like a mask in a mask or something. Like this whole part that we could see could be makeup or fake. I don't know. I think that's pretty dumb. I think if you have to go to those extremes, like you should just cover your entire face so we don't have to have like double masks or something. That's just so stupid. Deja says Archie looks kind of dumb starting his little army in order to find the black hood guy. It is silly, and like they're all wearing like red hoods with no shirts, and they're just, it's all pretty silly to be honest. Amelia said you enjoyed the moment with him and his dad. Jonathan says you suspect the killer might be Jughead's new teacher. So that's interesting. So we kind of met him for just a few minutes in this episode. So, I mean, I guess it could definitely be someone that we haven't met yet that we will. But I would also say, like, considering they know all of the drama that's been going on in the town, they have to be someone who, you know, was around last season. It doesn't mean that we knew them. It would be better if we knew them. But someone who, you know, was either a part of the storyline last season or was in the background or something. I don't know about that teacher if he has a lot of knowledge because of what happened last season, because the person is going after people who were doing things last season, like Grundy and everybody. I don't know. Redx, yeah, you should check it out. I think season 1 is on Netflix if you haven't seen any of Riverdale. I think you can watch all the episodes on there. M. Costa says, Archie's army looked absurd to you. They're all supposed to be teenagers, but these guys were, that is a good point. These guys were obviously not teenagers because, well, they've been going to the gym quite a bit. Not that you can't in high school, but they were definitely probably in their 20s, so yes. Candy says, Jughead's new high school reminds you of the movie Dangerous Minds. That is a throwback. Wow, is the song Gangsta's Paradise from there? Like Coolio? Let's throw it way back. It was a very dark high school, and I think that's on purpose. You're just like dark, like actually dark in the rooms. Hi, Christian. Thank you so much for being here. Cesar says, do I like Kevin and Moose together? I definitely see that happening. Yes. Sherry says, why did Archie have his shirt on in the red circle video? It is funny that he had a shirt on and everyone else did not. So I don't know what's up with that because, yes, they do have him shirtless a lot. Very funny. Charmed says, since the killer is doing this for Betty, you believe he is a Blossom relative since Betty's true bloodline is as Cheryl's third cousin. And definitely, like, we know that some people have, I mean, regardless of this person thinking they're doing the right thing by, you know, killing these people to, I guess, try to make the town better. Obviously, that's someone with kind of a messed up mind because, you know, you'd be killing people all day if you were just doing that based on what what they were doing wrong according to you. So silly. But it's obviously not someone in their right mind because you can never stop people from doing things you dislike or things you think are sins or whatever. You would literally be killing people till you know, the end of time. So it's kind of like a really messed up way of thinking. But I definitely think it could be someone related. Hi, Ashley. Thank you so much for being here. Connie says you found the red circle thing a bit cringy, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. It was silly. But I don't know if the red circle is a real comic, but I know like Archie found the red circle comic last night, but I don't know if that's real because I've never read any of these comics. But I know they do tie a lot of things into actual comics. Like I think Tony Topaz came from some comic, like the actual comics. And I was just like looking online for a photo for my live chat today, and I saw like accidentally that Melissa Joan Hart says that she will not appear in any of the Sabrina series, which is funny because nobody cares. Melissa Joan Hart, nobody cares. But anyway, I just happened to like see that headline. Jerome says Betty's facial expression is something to be amazed at every episode. Yes. Yeah. She's good at that, though. Molly says the red circle reminds you of Dumbledore's army from Harry Potter, except 10 times cringier. It's silly. I wonder how much they're going to use that. Like, I wonder if that's a thing, like, in every episode. Emilio's asking me if I trust Hermione. Like, she definitely is seeming to be shadier and shadier this season than she was last, and I thought she was a little bit shady last season. This is really bizarre, but for me, I'm frozen, and usually I'm not frozen on this new way of doing live shows. So let me know if I'm frozen for you, because that would really suck. Dejas is actually, you've seen high school boys who were like in 10th or 11th grade that look like some of these guys in Archie's video, but this was back when you were still in high school. Well, I mean, it's probably possible to have a few people, but maybe not that many people at one high school. But this isn't reality anyway, so, you know, whatever. Ralph says basically Hiram is doing the same thing as Kai. Exactly. I was kind of getting that same kind of thought if you guys watch American Horror Story, which I know some of you do. He's like a version of Kai, but I guess he's not killing people or having people kill people. I don't know. But this, instead of politics, it's real estate. Jay says you are hoping Betty's storyline picks up and we have more of Alice Cooper. And also, a lot of people have been asking about Polly, and she did show up in this episode, and I like her, so that was good. But she made a really dumb decision to, like, run off being pregnant because she's worried that she's a target, which she definitely could be. But it's really kind of stupid for her to run off when there's a crazy killer on the loose, you know? Ralph says Red Circle is after Red Circle Comics that at one point printed spin-offs of Archie comics. Okay, so that's interesting. M. Costa says Archie's former pussycat girlfriend is still weird to me. She's now treated as a stranger. That is true, even though they dated last season. The Pussycat Dolls, or whatever, is that what they're called? Or is that like the group? Whatever. No, it's not the Pussycat Doll. It's the Pussycat, Josie and the Pussycats, whatever. They, to me, they're awkward in this. I don't know how they were in the comics, but they're very awkward, and I don't feel like they really fit in. And it's not the actress's fault, but I feel like they're not writing them into a good spot or something. They just seem weird. Hi, Shannon in Ireland, and hi, Ben in the UK. So Candy says you're loving Mark Consuelos, who is Kelly Ripa's husband, being on the show. He's such a mysterious character. He definitely seems really shady, definitely. He's very good looking. Connie says, what was the point of even adding it into the story? It seemed pointless and a repeat of last season with Polly running away. Absolutely. I don't know. I definitely think she won't be attacked because she came in the episode only to say she was worried she would be attacked, so it would be so dumb that she got attacked, you know? Yeah, he's very hot. Agree. Mark Consuelos. M. Costa says the Pussycats seem to be in the show just to add musical scores on special occasions, which I really dislike because that just feels so weird and out of place. And they did that last week and I complained about it. But yeah, I know they're a big part of like the comics, but I don't understand where they fit into the show. Like they don't really fit. They're not, I know there was like the drama with, I guess it was Josie's dad last year and everything, but now they're just like not fitting. Sarah says, what do I think about Betty's dad being the killer given the fact he has colored eyes and his build is similar? That's actually the first person I thought of when I saw this guy because he looked kind of like Betty's dad. And that would make sense as to why this person wants to help Betty. But I don't know, like, why would he want to kill Archie's dad? Isn't that a little bit weird? And then, like, I can totally get, like, them wanting to kill Grundy. Like, I can get that from anybody, but I don't, like, okay, so two people were doing drugs in a car, so we shoot them? Like, something's wrong here. There has to be a better way. Deja says Hermione has been extremely annoying so far. Yes, I don't like her at all this season. Shannon asked if I think Veronica's dad has anything to do with the black hooded killer. I kind of think they want us to think that, and I don't think he knows who it is, but I think they want us to go there. They want us to think that. I don't know. Ben loved Tony this episode. If she creates Bughead drama by hitting on both Jughead and Betty, then you're so here for her. I feel like something's going to happen with that. Absolutely. Connie says you've noticed with this season, they've been jumping around a lot of the supporting cast, and it can be quite confusing. And I think we should talk about Reggie, new Reggie, because Ralph and I talked about him earlier on my comments. Like, does anyone like new Reggie? Because new Reggie is like a hardcore drug dealer now, and I don't know. Like, I know I miss old Reggie, and I understand because he was on 13 Reasons Why, and he's got to stay with that, but that, and then also, like, this jingle jangle stuff just makes me laugh, and then the fact that last night they referred to it as the JJ, I mean, I don't know, it's just so stupid to me, so stupid. It's like some of this show is like Disney Channel, but then some of the show is like American Horror Story. Like, they don't know what they want to be like. They want to be like cold-blooded killing people on here for just doing drugs or whatever. Yes, Sherry, that's exactly what I was thinking. Yes. Yes. And then they want to be like, you know, like so silly, like with the red circle. I don't know, like so childish in a way. Ben says, you know that nothing has happened yet with Cheryl's supposed love interest, but what if it was Veronica's dad? That would be really, oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, that would be unexpected. Yeah, the jingle jangle is just, I can't with that. It's just so silly. Connie says they should have linked the two different Reggies better. It feels like a completely different person, which, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, sometimes that happens in shows when you have to replace someone for whatever reason. I definitely remember that from like when I was a kid. I remember people being replaced more, but it was like so terrible. Like that's the worst thing ever, especially if you like a character and then some other actor or actress comes in and you're like supposed to just believe that that's the same person that it was before and no one says anything. I don't know. They could have really even done that differently, and they could have just said like Reggie moved but his cousin came in or something, like Raji. I don't know. Ralph says, wondering if Arch and Reggie were doing JJ on their stakeout. It's too funny. The JJ, I don't know. Hate it. Colin thinks the guy in the Serpents with the big beard is the Black Hood, and I think that's the one that you guys have been sending me like screenshots of and everything. But, I mean, that's going to be so underwhelming, right? I'm not saying anyone's wrong here, but how underwhelming is that going to be? And, like, what is his deal? So he just thinks all these people are doing bad things and he's wanting to like make everybody a good person and just kill the bad people. I don't know. Landa Lovely says, you think the guy in the Serpents, oh, this is just kind of what we talked about with the long hair that beat up the guy for Jughead is Black Hood. Tommy wants to know when she's gonna have the damn babies. I don't know. That's a good question. I think I've missed some comments. I'm trying to find what I missed. And Shannon's also saying the new actor, Reggie, almost feels like a different character. Like, really? So, yeah, there's a few issues this season. Connie says, you're also hating the fact that Hermione and Veronica are always trying to tussle for Hiram. Like, I agree. Like, for his attention or whatever. And last night, it was, like, really, really over the top. I agree with you. Yeah, so, right. I don't know, like, when Polly is due. She didn't even look super pregnant to me. Isn't she having twins? So she should be like really larger now, don't you think? I don't know. Costa not a fan of the whole killing for sins thing. It's very Saw-ish to you and reminded you of American Horror Story last episode, yes, with the Judgment House. Definitely very Saw-ish. I've got to say, a lot of people are copying off of Saw, and I think Saw, unless I'm wrong, maybe it was copying off someone else, but I found Saw to be like a very unique idea. When I saw the first one, I was blown away. Like, it's one of my favorite. The original Saw is like one of my favorite scary movies ever. And I really didn't like it at first because I thought this is pretty stupid. But when they had like the big switch in it, or the big, I forgot what happened, the big twist, I was like, oh my God, this movie is so good. So I thought it was just very unique. And now I see all these people trying to be Saw. And it's like, you cannot be Saw. We've already had that. Like, do something else, you know? Well, I think Polly was mad at the parents, but she seems better with them now. I don't know. Apparently this happens in the TV show Slasher, and I have not seen that, but I should be probably watching that soon, and I am watching it with you guys, which I'll talk about a little bit later because I haven't had time to get all that together, but yes. Really, an episode of Glee copied some of Saw. It's annoying to me. Okay, right. So 7, that's a good point. So the movie 7, which has like Brad Pitt and I don't remember who, was a sins killing thing. I think that came before Saw. But Saw is different than 7, and like some of the stuff going on is a lot like Saw. I don't know. Like definitely Judgment House was heavily copied from Saw. Judgment House and American Horror Story was like heavily copied from Saw. Let's be real here. Tommy says this season is getting better, but there are things that need to be developed. You hope they don't drop Kevin's storyline. So, yeah, I mean, he's like really worrying me. I definitely thought that dude was, first of all, you could tell the dude in the car was like way older than him. And I don't even know why he kept talking to him. And I was like, are you really going to get in that car? And then like when he got stabbed, I thought that really happened, like we said. I don't know. Ralph says the new Reggie has no comedic timing like the original. He's just bad. Maybe they just had to, like, you know, quickly find someone for him and they just couldn't get the best, you know, they didn't have a lot of options or something. I don't know. But, yeah, so I'll tell you guys, I just joined with Riff, which I had no idea what that was before, and now I know. Julie kind of explained it to me, Julie DG. And it's really cool, and I actually haven't had a chance to, like, explore it very much. But basically, you can watch shows with me. So if you guys have been here for a while, I used to do this on my channel. But the thing was, I couldn't show the screen, but I think I can show it now, or you guys can be watching the like the actual show or something like that. But Riff is partnered with Netflix, so basically any Netflix show I can watch, and I don't have to worry about like copyright issues or any of the drama that happens here, as long as I'm doing like a Netflix show. So I'm probably going to start doing like slasher, and I'm going to have to look into what else I'm going to do. But I don't know exactly when I'm going to start it because I have a ton of stuff going on, and I have to, you know, block away time so that I can watch entire episodes with you guys. So I'm really excited. I just signed up for it, and I just got to be partnered with them like today, like this morning. So I'm really excited. So if you used to come to my stuff where I would watch American Horror Story with you guys and How to Get Away with Murder and everything, so you could see my reaction in real time and you could tell me yours. And like YouTube does not allow, like I almost got like seriously in trouble for that with doing that with Westworld, and like I was like banned on my channel for a while. So I can't do that here, bottom line. So Riff is cool with it as long as you do it with Netflix shows. But I'm going to make a video about it, and I'll explain like how it works, and it's free for you to sign up and everything. So you'll know like how to watch me, and I'm excited to do it because I used to really enjoy doing that, and I haven't been able to do that for like a year on here. And it's going to be cool to watch shows with you guys that I don't have to be like worried like in a couple of days or weeks or even months later is YouTube going to come back and like claim my video. Westworld's not supposed to come back until next year. Yes, I have the JJ here in my house. Don't tell anyone, but I'm kind of like, you know, this is the blue kind, like in Breaking Bad. It's a special kind. So I'm going to put up my email at the end of this chat. So if you want to talk to me about payment for that, we can get that sent to you. I ship worldwide. Obviously, I'm joking. Anyway, Charm says the Black Hood is said to be based on the Zodiac Killer. Well, definitely the shootings of Madge and Midge were very Zodiac Killer-esque. So, yeah, because he used to come upon people who were like making out or whatever. I'm definitely sure that other people can watch it in other countries. I think what happens, Ben, is since it's like a Netflix show, we can all watch it at the same time because we can all access it at the same time, so we don't have to worry about like what time it's on in America or whatever. So I think what happens is like I get everybody in a room and I would say like, hey, I'm going to watch episode 1, season 1 of Slasher, and we all like start it at the same time, so we're watching it at the same time. It may even like appear on my screen. So when you're over there, I don't know because I haven't really checked it out too much. But that way you totally know what I'm watching because you're seeing the same thing. That's kind of what I think. So I will have to like test it out before we do it for real. But I'll make a video and put it on here on YouTube to explain it after I kind of have a better idea and explain like how, you know, give you the link to sign up and all of that. And it's just like creating a YouTube account. Like you don't have to pay to create one or anything. You're just there. You're just part of Riff. Bojan thinks that Betty's mom is the mastermind of the murders. That would be insane. Absolutely insane. So Ben says some Netflix shows aren't available in every country. Okay, I know, definitely, because some people in the UK told me to watch certain shows, and they sounded really good, and I got on there, and they weren't there. And I was like, what the heck? Connie says it wouldn't work with the new episode because in the UK, Riverdale comes up on... Right, so here's the thing, like, it's going to have to be, like, Netflix-only shows, pretty much, or stuff that has been... Like, in the US, for example, we only get stuff on Netflix after it's been on for an entire season. So, like, I can't watch Riverdale on Netflix. I know you guys can, like, in the UK. But I can watch stuff like... Okay, like 13 Reasons Why. So we could watch that, and we could watch Black Mirror and all of that because that's like exclusive to Netflix. So for sure, I think that would be on everybody's Netflix. But I will definitely check, you know. We're probably not going to be watching like How to Get Away with Murder and stuff like that over there because it would just be, I would already have watched it here because we don't get the current season, if that makes sense. So I was definitely going to watch 13 Reasons Why anyway. I also watched season 1 of Friends from College. I don't know when that's coming back, but I'll be watching season 2, so that's something I would watch on there. I would watch Black Mirror on there because I love Black Mirror, you know? Okay, so apparently it's rare in the UK that shows upload whole seasons, but I would think you get Black Mirror and 13 Reasons Why, right? Like Orange is the New Black. Like, for example, I already watched the Lady Gaga documentary, but we could have watched that together. And like Gerald's Game, we could probably watch movies. I don't know, just kind of some ideas. But Stranger Things is something I would be willing to do, but I've never seen the first season, so we would have to start like at episode 1, season 1. With that, if you guys want me to, because a lot of people have asked me to watch that, and I would just have to start at the beginning. So, okay, bye, Christian. Thanks for being here. But Slasher's probably the first thing I will start with, and I hope that everyone has access to that. But I just don't know when exactly I'm starting it. Probably next week. I know I need to watch Stranger Things. I think I would really like it. I know because I know season 2 is coming out, and I've never seen season 1, and like everyone's talking about season 2, and I just feel really left out. So I really need to watch that. But I know some people don't mind watching stuff again, so we'll have to see. I mean, I'll test stuff out. Like if I watch things and no one shows up, then I'll know like nobody likes that show and I'll have to move on to something else. Connie, are you in the UK too? It's cool. I mean, I think it's cool that Netflix does that for you guys. But what was interesting to me is like I went to Austria this spring and people were like, just get on Netflix. You can watch the shows that you're missing like while you're gone. And I could not because even though I'm in Europe at that time, I have a US Netflix account and it would not let me do anything and I couldn't do anything with iTunes. And hi, Erica. Thank you so much for being here. So that's the only bummer, I think. It's that when you're traveling, it doesn't let you access the Netflix in that country. So that puts you at a disadvantage, you know. Colin asked if I've seen Heartland. That sounds really familiar. Is that on Netflix? I don't know. Jerome watches Riverdale on Netflix 6 hours after the CW premiere. And for here, I think you can watch that like 6 or 7 hours after it premieres. You can watch it on the CW app. But then I know that you guys really can't use the apps for things, you know. I don't know. That's just weird. Like, I feel like American Horror Story, when I told everyone I was going to watch it online or on the FX app, and people in other countries were like, I can't do that. Well, why? Like, why don't they make that for everybody? I don't understand. Does that make sense? Maybe it's because, like, I have to sign into my, like, I have satellite TV, so I have to sign into my satellite TV provider in order to access the app. But, like, I don't know what you guys have in the UK, but you probably have, like, cable or something. I don't know. Why not? I just don't understand. Ralph says Stranger Things is just fun. So is it not really scary? Goonies meets Gremlins. So, yeah. I've seen those. It's been a minute. Goonies, I barely remember that, but I definitely remember, like, the Gremlins don't feed them after midnight, right? Yeah, I think that's what it is, Ben. Like, you have to have a US TV provider. But why don't they open it up to, like, other countries, especially, like, Europe, right? And Canada? I don't even know if Canada is included. But I'm able to, yeah, I watch Riverdale. I was going to call it Liverdale. I watch Riverdale live, CW, the channel, which is kind of like, it's a weird channel. I don't know if it is for you guys in the US, but like during the day, the dumbest stuff comes on there. Like right before Riverdale came on yesterday, it was like reruns of Family Feud and like Court TV or whatever is on there. But like at night, they have all the good stuff. It's definitely a lot like the WB. Like I think it replaced the WB. But I feel like the WB had more of its own programming. Marissa says you're in Canada and lots of US channels don't accept your provider as a login. See, that's wrong. Like, I feel like we're at a point in technology that we can, you know, include other countries. It would just help the show, right? You like Family Feud? I like it okay, but it's like random. I don't know. I wouldn't choose to watch it like on my own free time. But there were 2 episodes on, and I was just, like, doing stuff on my computer, so I just left it on. Because usually I don't turn it on before, but I did yesterday, and I was like, okay. It is kind of fun to, like, play along with that, though. I don't know. But yeah. So anyway, about Riverdale, I don't know. Whatever. I'll keep an open mind. Maybe next week we'll have a decent episode. I thought it was just okay, but It was better than the other two. Connie says there's like 700 channels in the UK and mostly all awful. Free channels are mainly the best, which is ridiculous. Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. Jerome says Mindhunter is good. You always plan to watch on Netflix. I think a few people have asked me to watch that, so maybe I should check that out too. Marissa, my face always itches when I get on here. I don't know what that means, but Marissa says we have the CW channel in Canada. It drives you crazy because it's channels you get, but they don't allow you to log online, which is wrong. That is so wrong. I just don't get it. I don't know. Daily Mail TV show. That must be probably like TMZ. Do you guys get the TMZ show? Daily Mail is kind of like tabloidish, right? Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know a ton about it, but I see like a lot of, like, I always see it on Facebook, like people reposting like Daily Mail articles and stuff. Oh, okay. So CW, Ralph says, is American TV with original programming filmed in Canada. So interesting. Yeah, the TMZ show is pretty good. Byron lives in the UK and we don't have half the shows the US has. See, that's such a bummer. Not fair. Really not fair. But maybe you have some good channels that we don't have. I don't know. I have no idea. But maybe. Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, is there anything you guys wanted to talk about in relation to this week's episode that we have not discussed, or any theories you have or anything? Connie says most American shows you get on Sky TV channels, which are not free. It's similar to BBC America. Okay, so I definitely used to use BBC America to watch Orphan Black. And weirdly enough, when I watched Downton Abbey, it was on the PBS channel here, which probably is an American thing. But, and then BBC America, I would see like that one guy, what was his name? Gordon? I don't know, somebody with a talk show. He's kind of crazy. He used to come on all the time after Orphan Black, which was funny. But Orphan Black was filmed in Canada. I don't know. But I don't really watch a lot of BBC America, but that's what the only time I did, I only know about it because of Orphan Black. Yeah, it's the JJ. Sorry, if you have a lot of it, you're itching all the time. But you feel great otherwise, so link in the description. You can message me for prices. I'm joking. Someone will probably report this video to YouTube and say that I'm doing drug deals on here. This is definitely getting flagged. Here we go again. How does this happen to me every time? Marissa says the UK has a lower obesity rate than US and Canada. Hey, so I remember something. Maybe it used to be on BBC America. There was this show about people trying to lose weight or whatever, and like it was a British show, and God, it was like really over the top, and people had to weigh and all this stuff on TV, and it would like put all the stuff they would eat in like this big, huge container and weigh it or something, and be like, they would be like, somebody weighs 400 stone or whatever. I don't know the translations for stone and pounds, but it wasn't The Biggest Loser. It was something else, and I felt really bad for the people on there. It was strictly like a British show. No, it wasn't The Biggest Loser. It was something, I don't know, it focused like on one person, and they would always be like in their underwear. That's it, supersized versus super skinny. They would like get in their underwear and weigh, and I felt so bad. Like it would make them like feel bad. I think it made them feel bad. I used to be like hooked on that. Like I don't know what channel I found that on, but I was watching it like all the time, and it just amazed me. I don't know. I was just totally amazed. Jerome says you realize the actor who played Asher. Yeah, that's how I knew the actor who plays Asher, who's Matt McGrory. He was on Orange is the New Black, and that's where I saw him first, and that's what brought me to How to Get Away with Murder. But you guys should check out the super size versus super skinny. Right, because it would be like super skinny people. I forgot. Oh my. Connie says we have flipping embarrassing bodies and everything in Tattoo Fixers where they remove awful tattoos. Is that a show? Tattoo Fixers? That's funny. But anyway, so this was fun. We got off topic again. Super Nanny. I've seen that. Is that a British show? I've seen that, I think. And then I feel like they try to do an American version of that. But the funny thing is that a lot of the reality shows over here were totally stolen from the UK. So, like Big Brother, I think. Haley says you just logged on. You're wondering if the rest of Riverdale will be slow. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't want it to be, but I felt like this episode was a little bit better. But I don't know. It's funny because every time I talk about it being slow or whatever, I get like hateful comments like on my videos. They're like, oh, why do you watch it if you hate it? I hate those comments. Like, okay, well, because I have hope that it'll get better, and then I like the first season. But it's just so weird to me. Like when I used to watch Pretty Little Liars, and sometimes I hated it, and people would get so mad, and they'd be like, stop watching if you hate it. But sometimes it's good. I don't know. There's a show called You Are What You Eat that was British, and you gag so much. Yes, Riverdale has 19 episodes. Will we ever make it through? I don't know. I really don't know. I guess they're going to take a break and come back. I think that's what we all, figured out. Oh, really? You only watch American shows? You wish you could move there. Well, it's weird because, like, I grew up in America, and I'm always fascinated with other countries because everything's different there. Like food in the stores is different, and I don't know, people are somewhat different, and so I think you just kind of want what you don't have. But that being said, like when I've gone to other countries, I felt like everyone was so nice, and I feel like the food is kind of better. I don't know, like when I was in Austria, like the bread was so amazing, the pastries were great, and they had like this muesli stuff, which we don't really have here. We have like oatmeal. Just so many like cereal places, and people don't really have like cereal based restaurants here, and I really like cereal, and I was like, this is so cool. It was even like in the airport and everything. I was like, I love it. Just cereal bars everywhere. So cool. I don't know. Marissa says you saw an Archie puzzle the other day and almost bought it thinking it would take you just as long to finish the show, right? Yes, absolutely. But then I know when people come to America from other countries, they're like amazed with everything here. So it's just like, you have deep fried Mars bars. I think Mars is a big deal in the UK, right? I don't even think we have Mars here. Like I think we used to, but we don't. I went to London when I was in high school, and I was obsessed with the Time Out bars. And then I had one recently, and I didn't think they were that good. It's like a Cadbury bar. And I thought, oh my God, these are, I just couldn't quit eating them. And then I tried one like a year ago, and I was like, I don't like that. I don't know. So weird. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to stick with Riverdale because I'm kind of intrigued, like, who is this person? But I don't know. I hope it gets better. But I'm going to let you guys go. This was so fun. Oh, they're the same as Milky Way. Okay. I don't really like Milky Way that much, but it's okay. This was really fun, as always. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. So tonight is How to Get Away with Murder, so I'll have a video about that. And then tomorrow, I may have to move the time of the live chat because I have to pick someone up from the airport, and I think it may be during the time I usually do the live chats. So, oh yeah, I don't even drink American sodas. They're too much. I can't. It's just like drinking just cups of sugar. Byron's giving up on it. Yeah, I don't like sugary drinks in general. So, ew, I can't with that. But I didn't know if they were. I didn't know they were different in other countries. But I can't. But anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll let you know about the live chat for tomorrow, and then I'll have a video about how to get away with murder sometime, either tonight or tomorrow. So, bye guys!